What's up, everybody? Hey, I know y'all probably like, okay, she's doing skate conversations today. I thought she said she wouldn't be back till April. Okay, I'm back just one time in the month of March. I have to do something special this month, at least one person and somebody from Chicago on top of that. So I am going live with Myesha, the smooth goddess inspired by favor. And we're going to just bring her on to talk to her. And of course, at the end, I always open it up so that you guys can ask her whatever you want. And in the comments, if you comment like, hey, Miss Neek, how you doing? Hey, boo. I will highlight your comments. So make sure that you comment wherever you're watching. So if you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube, those are the two ways, Facebook and YouTube. I can highlight your comment. And this is how you can ask Myesha whatever it is that you want to ask her. She ain't gonna answer it if she don't feel like it. I'm just saying you can ask. And this is at the end, it's like the last 10-15 minutes of our broadcast. So without any further ado, what better way to introduce Myesha than to show you who she is? Let's see. It's Myesha, y'all. How cool was that video? Oh my God, that was 2013 Rich City and a D Mills track on top of that. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining us, you guys. This is the legendary Myesha from Chicago. They're like, oh my God, yes. You guys, if you have not ever seen her skate in person, I had to record it. I was like, where's my phone? Where's my phone at? Let me record this. Amazing. How are you today, Miss Myesha?
I'm well.
Yeah, it was a throwback. Like, that was you 2013, and you have stepped your game up. Like, you were good then. I'm like, how could you possibly step your game up? Like, I just watch you sometimes. I just stand on the side and watch you, be like, dang, that girl good. Oh my goodness. So we get a chance to talk to you today and just kind of find out more about you, the woman behind the business, the woman behind the skates. We all see each other when we go skating. So sometimes we really don't know who each other are off of the wood. So this is a good way to just tell us a little bit more about you. You don't have to go too deep, but just tell us a little bit more about you as a person. So I always start off the question, who are you? Who is the woman behind the skates?
Okay. My name is Myesha McCaskill. Who am I? I would just say I'm just a big ball of inspiration. Um, Basically, what I do, my job, I work with for the Chicago Park District. I work with youth, mentoring youth, as well as I also am a dispatcher. I do that. I have two jobs, and outside of that, I do the Inspired by Favorite skate classes. So my schedule is very, very busy. I barely have time to do that, but I make time because it's something that I love to do. I love to skate, and I love to pour energy into other people. To if it's just not just with skating, but life skills, just to motivate them, encourage them along their journey of life. So I think that my calling, I feel like my calling in this community is inspiration, inspiring others to see the best in themselves and pour into them to be able to see what's already in them. They just don't see it for themselves.
That's amazing. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, you said a lot that I want to touch on. Okay, one, y'all, did y'all hear her? Like, she doesn't have one job, but she has two, two jobs, and she does that on top of Inspired by Favor. Like, that's crazy. So you're a busy woman. You ain't got time to play around, but you still got time to actually be positive and inspire others. You fit in the time to help others. That is so dope and amazing. So shout out to you for that one. I did pick up on that. And the park district, oh my goodness. Like it's just so much about you. I'm sure we could just pick your brain for hours. This is a college educated woman. She got two jobs. She does Inspired by Favor, the skate classes. What else do you do in your spare time? Is there anything else that we missed on?
Anything else? Well, I do like motivational videos. I take time because that's really my calling.
Mhm.
Um, Motivation, inspiring others. So I kind of make sure that my job things don't interfere with actual my calling is to
Mhm.
inspire, to motivate. Do motivational speaking, and I have to make priority for that calling. So that's when I'm on my spare time. I'm looking at things of that I may experience or friends may experience, and just put it in a video and make an inspirational video. So that's something that I kind of work on my spare time.
That's pretty cool. And speaking of, you always start off your videos with something inspirational and speaking life into us and being positive. And shout out to Malik. I know Malik has done some of your videos, and you've
Oh
worked
yes.
with some other videographers as well, too, right?
Say it again.
I said you work with Malik and some other videographers too, right?
Yes. Yes. This young man named Pat. He's a young photographer from Chicago. So I try to work with some of the local, people that's up and coming to, plant seeds in them and also, give my money to, my local Chicagoans.
That's amazing. And I find myself watching your videos. I'm like, I feel like you're talking to me personally when you do your videos and when you're inspiring us to be positive and just going after our goals and just changing our outlook on life. So we need someone to be positive and to speak that into us. Facebook has a lot of negative stuff that's happening. And not everything is negative, but we see it. So to have your videos and have you come on and then you speak life to us, keep doing it. I watch it and I sit back and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna need her to not tell my whole life in the video, but we need it. We need it. Thank you for that.
No worries.
So I wanted to I have your bio. Okay. And that's something I read. I didn't know how to put the bio on here, so I figured I'd just touch on some spots in your bio if
My
that's
door
okay
because I
with
think
you.
my signal.
Hmm?
I said I'm gonna open my door because I think my signal is kind of like is kind of going in and out. So I'm gonna open up my door so the internet is kind of sound
Okay.
kind of. Hold on one.
All right. You
All
guys
right.
don't forget to
Okay.
comment on the side. She can see the comments. She's responding to your comments. If you have any questions, make sure that you put them in the comments so that I can highlight what you're saying. Shout out to Ari. And also, so you can ask her any questions at the end. Okay. So that's the best way to communicate with her is put it right here in the comments, and then we'll take it from there. And don't forget to share the link if you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube. That way other people can tune in or they can watch it later. Anyway, okay. So let's talk about your bio. So I got a chance to read that. And you guys, I'm just going to paraphrase and sum it up from what I read. So Myesha has been skating for 38 years. Did I read that right? 38?
No, 28, 28.
28. Okay. I was like, I was like, whew, I was like, let me find out. You're very young. I need to know your skincare routine. Okay. Okay, 28 years. You've been skating since you were 10, and you're not from Chicago. You're from like up north in the Gurney area. Did I lose you?
You going in and out.
Uh-oh. That might be me. Hold on. Let's see. Let me switch my internet. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me see if I can make an adjustment. Okay. Am I back? Can you hear me? Let me see if I can get her back. You guys comment if you guys can see me. Maybe it's my internet. Maybe it's me. It might be my internet. I'm going to take the L for that one. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna take the L for that one. I'm gonna just blame it on my internet. It is what it. My internet. Okay, everybody's doing Fortnite and Zoom and playing their K-pop videos in the background. So it's probably me and my crazy bandwidth. Hey Shay. Okay. Um. Oh, I was asking you about your bio. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that glitch. Okay. Um. She said, "Yep, we can see you. Great. Hey Ryan, how you doing?" Okay, so you're not from the Chicago area. You're from up north, Gurnee, right?
I'm originally from Chicago, but I
Mm-hmm.
moved to Gurney when I was like 10 years old, and for like 2 years, then I came back when I was 12.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, and
But
then
I
you were
started
skating with the rink. Go ahead.
rollerblades. I started in rollerblades.
Oh, really? How
Yes.
did you make the switch from
Outside.
rollerblades to quads? What happened to make you switch?
So I guess when you go when you're young, pressure. You go into a local skating ring and they all on quads, and you
Hmm.
on rollerblades. I said, okay, it's time to make some adjustments. So that's kind of like what
Okay.
happened when I went to a local skating rink in Gurney. All the kids were in roller skates, and I stated that I want some roller skates for Christmas, and that's kind of how the transition happened.
Okay. Okay. So like that ankle
Peer
support
pressure.
with
Peer pressure.
rollerblades versus the ankle support with wearing like quads, it's like night and day. It's totally different.
Absolutely.
And then that also makes you better at ice skating too, because you came from rollerblades. Because you can ice skate better than us who've been on quads, because the ankle support is different.
That was my first time. Ice skate one time. It's just one
That's a
time.
whole.
That's a whole
That's a
other
whole.
world.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good right here on the quads. I know where I belong. Stay in my lane. So after that, you moved back to the city. You were about 12, and then I saw that you came. You started skating at the rink, and you worked at the rink. What was
Yes,
that
I
like?
was. You know what? Actually, well, it was on the old management.
Mhm.
Miss Carmen was my soror sister. She's an AKA, of course. And she kind of like when I was in high school, actually, that was my first job when I was 16 years old. I was working ticket off, no, not ticket, I was a skate, get passed out skate. So she's the one that gave me the job. Came back from college, she asked me, was I looking for work? So she made me be the ticket office, and I was taking the tickets from the ticket office when I came in. So I had a really good relationship with Carmen, per se, because her being an A. So basically, that's kind of how that setup started.
Nice. Okay. So just ticket agent and being there and being around the skaters all the time. So you got in free and you skated as much as you want to, right? Perks of the
Say
job.
it again.
I said perks of the job is you got to get there, come there as much as you wanted for free and skate as much as you wanted.
Only when you work there. You know how it goes. Only when you work there, you get in free. But when you, as soon as you start working there, hey, you got to pay that money.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how that goes. Okay. And then in your bio, I read that your first party was rolling in the Carolinas 2021. I mean, no, 2012. I'm sorry, I got these numbers backwards.
12.
Rolling in the
Yes.
Carolinas 2012. Like, what was that like? Your first national party? What was that like for you?
You know what? I have to give a shout out to Josh because he's the one that kind of introduced me to the national scene.
Hmm.
I have no clue what was going on when I first saw it. I was like, man, all these skaters that love skating, well as like people from Chicago, but they from a different city. I was like, wow, like this is a whole nother world. And from then, when I just saw the creativity and different styles, I said, you know what, I myself that I wanted to get better. I want to, be able to communicate with other people from different cities, whatever they might be doing, but have that conversation piece. But I'm having a conversation with skates.
Yes.
And I just at that time in 2000, you know what, I'm gonna go back home, get in the lab, and I'm gonna work and become better. I'm always the type of person that always challenge myself, whatever it is, whatever platform, is to push myself to the limit. Based on the greatness in me, not the greatness in nobody else. I can be the best that I can be, what God has given me. So I'm just in general, I'm just that type of person. I'm always pushing myself. I'm pushing myself to do more.
That's what's up. Oh my goodness. Um, okay, so what's your first out of town event? I gotta ask you. So, like coming from Chicago, we like JB heavy here, and you go out of town, and you see all those other styles. Which style did you see that you was like, what the heck? Whoa. I know
I
for
was
me it
looking
was fast
like, wow.
backwards.
Like, I think the first person I saw as far as a female was Camille. And I
Hmm.
said, wow, this girl is amazing. Like, just her whole style, her swag. And I was just like, I looked at a lot of other skaters. I was like, man, this is what planet am I on? I've never seen, people from different cities with different styles. Only style I knew was Chicago and the skate and the culture that we know. So to be able
Hmm.
to be introduced to other people that love skating, but they have a different type of culture or a different type of style, it was amazing. And I really admired it, and I'm glad that I had an opportunity to see more than just where I'm from. Even though I love where I'm from, just be able to be. I'm just an open-minded person in life. You have to be open-minded in anything in life to get opportunities your way. So from that standpoint, I just kind of opened up my surroundings and learned, and just took it from there.
That's what's up. Yeah, the Camille is amazing. Maybe one day she'll come on here and I get to have a conversation with her. But all the different styles and meeting different people,
Right.
anything that was not JB, I was like, you do something other than JB for 4 hours? Like what? It
And
was
again,
really
it
cool.
gave me a level. It just gave me a level of respect from people from different cities and their styles. You can be
Mhm.
pro for whatever you want to be pro for, but I feel it's always a level of respect for whatever city that it is, because it's history at every city. There's history.
Mhm.
There's history, and every city, every style deserves respect. No matter how So I have a different way of thinking on certain things, but that's my view.
It's okay. I love it. And to travel nationally and have your eyes open, it kind of like it expands your mind and it just opens you up to be more receptive to other things, other cultures, other styles, other personality types, other people. I mean, just being stuck in Chicago and traveling, I'm like, I need more of this. I need more diversity. I need to see more new things. And rolling in the Carolinas, it's like a melting pot of all of these people coming together and all of these styles and seeing it. It's like, I mean, I like Chicago. I love my city, but I need more of this. This is amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. Rolling in the Carolinas 2012. And then I saw that you have some big stuff on your resume. You were what's the show? The Shy? You were on there twice.
For 2 seasons.
how? Like, how did that happen? Like, how did that come about?
Sometimes what? Sometimes you got to be in the right place
Mm-hmm.
for connections to come your way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about that you're a great skater; it's the energy that you represent. And a lot of people
Yeah.
got to understand is it's not what you do, it's what comes through you, your energy and your spirit that brings opportunities your way. And I think that I just thank God for giving me the opportunity to be in the right place at the right time. A lot of things the opportunities that I got, even with the book Evolution of Skating, it was just a phone call. People reach out to me and say, Myesha, you know what? I seen things that you're doing. I love that you're giving. I want you to be a part of this project that I'm having. And I just say yes. It's nothing that I go out and look for. It's opportunities that God blessed along the way of life. And I'm grateful for it. And I'm not apologetic about it either. You know what I'm saying? I just be in the right place at the right time. And that's
That
how things can.
I agree. I agree. That sometimes it's not even necessarily that you're out looking for these opportunities or that, you're saying, hey, I want to be in show business or hey, I want to be in this book or I want to, it just happens. It just kind of falls in your lap and you're blessed with it. And you definitely have been blessed with a lot of good things and just seeing you move over the years. I'm a fan. I don't say much, but I'm a fan. And that's one thing I noticed. Like going through your bio, there were like keywords that I picked out of your bio that you said. So some of the words that you said was blessed, passion, inspired, favor, of course, empower, diverse, and opportunity. And those are all words that came from your bio. And I was like, right on, 100%. Those words describe you to a T. If you're looking for positivity, if you're looking for someone who's diverse, someone who's going to empower not just skaters, but women as well, it is you. And that's how did inspired by favorite, like, um, how did that come about? Like, what made you come up with inspired by favor and teaching
You
other
know,
skaters?
the name came about because the favor of God inspired me to do this. That's what the inspired by favor means. That I told God, if you give the vision, you're gonna have to give me the provision. And basically, it was just a conversation. I said, at first, I want to just every 3 months do a workshop. And the
Mm-hmm.
next workshop that I was going to have, the first one was in January, and then the next one I was going to have in March. But the whole COVID situation happened, so
Yeah.
I was, skating on this court with Stacy, and Stacy said to me, she said, Myesha, I don't know about you doing something every 3 months. Chicago and every to do something every single Saturday. I said every single. She said you need to do more than to just roll around and skating. She says you need to pour into our community just as well as they poured into you. So from that conversation that I had just on the tennis court, just rolling around skating, during the COVID, it allowed me to do some thinking. And I said, you know what? At first, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. It was a lot of second guessing and, doubt myself. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it and just see what happens out the outcome. So I just started to plan and put the right people to make it happen. And that's how it all, came about.
That is amazing. I like that. And your lessons are on Saturdays, and they're at Glenwood. So if anybody is wondering, like, okay, how do I find her? Here it is, Glenwood, 3:30 to 5. Y'all excuse me, I got like hungry brain over here. I'm okay. Uh, 3:30 to 5 on Glenwood. And when she posts her video, she does this amazing inspirational quotes. I have to get out there to get to your lessons because you're teaching the basics. So your shirt say back to the basics. So in the
Can I say
videos you see her,
something?
go ahead.
I want to say, because I don't think I mentioned that, but um, it was a situation that pushed me into doing these classes, to be honest with you. Um,
Hmm.
I was involved at a Pacific skating. I'm not going to give no skating ring names, but at a Pacific, because people need to know the journey, the pain, the obstacles along the journey for you to make this happen. People
Right.
see everything that you're doing, and oh my God, this is just a great success. But you have to be hurt along the journey to make these things happen. So
Mhm.
basically, I was at a Pacific skating rink, and they told I was teaching a couple of like maybe 4 or 5 people, and they told me, no, you can teach a group of people at the skating rink on the little floor because you're competing with our skate lessons that we provide at our skating rink. So the group owners wanted to take me in the back room and have a conversation with me about this and all this type of stuff. So we had words, and I said I wasn't going to come back. But then I realized that, the way you move sometimes is bigger than just you. It's for the community. It's for the people that affect you and the people that follow you and the people that you mentor on the journey. So sometimes you have to make choices. Don't maybe always taste good or feel good. Choices based off emotion, but you got to do it based on for the people that look up to you standpoint. So it made me come back to that Pacific skating rink. But that's really what pushed me and said, you know what? I'm not gonna allow the enemy to win. I'm gonna allow basically it was a couple people that went to and told them that I was trying to set up shop, do all this type of stuff. But anybody that knows me knows my character. I would never do anything that's not lined up into in integrity or to, you know, just messy stuff. So behind all of that stuff, that's what's kind of like what pushed me into this platform of doing the Inspire class, to allow the enemy, to allow the people that hate, the people that whatever they got going on in their personal mind in their head, that you didn't win. You can't stop me, because when I'm ordained by God and God has his hand on my life and the vision, can't nothing you can do that stop it. So you either
Mhm.
get with it, or guess what? It's still gonna manifest. So that's basically, I'm the type of person, no matter what comes my way, the energy, it makes me go harder. And it makes me find out, what the plan God has me, and stay focused to make sure that vision come to pass. So that's basically how this class came about. It's just the obstacles along the journey that pushed me into that platform. So
I
I just wanted
appreciate
to
that.
share.
No, thank you. Thank you for sharing that because sometimes it's easy for us to think that that these great things happen and there was no adversity or no obstacles in the way to these great things that happen. We never really see the full picture. We just see the result or the outcome, and that makes it more real and more relatable and more understandable. The fact that you shared that with us, thank you. um I definitely didn't know any of that was going on. Not that it makes a difference still to support and come out and say, hey, this is what she's been through, this is what she's doing, this is what she's trying to do, this is the result. So for anybody who's looking and watching and didn't know that either, this is her story. This is what she's about. And at the end of the day, she chose to keep moving and inspiring the community because it was about the bigger picture, not about the little things that happen along the way. This is a blessing for her to even come and help us. And the fact that she stuck with it and she followed God's vision for her. Thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
So I have some questions for you before we open it up to the skaters, for our viewers. Okay, you guys, now it's time. If you guys want to ask her anything, put it in the comments. While you guys are looking her up, make sure that you look up the book, Evolution of Skating. It is on Amazon. It is a bestseller. Boom. So go get the bestseller. It is on Amazon, The Evolution of Skating. Okay. And make sure that you follow her on Instagram. Her Instagram is Inspired by Favor LLC. Okay. So make sure that you look her up and follow her on Instagram, Inspired by Favor LLC. Okay. Myesha. So let's see. While you guys are putting your questions in the comments, if you have any, okay, so you answered one of the questions for me when you were talking about Miss Carmen. You guys are in the same sorority together, right? AKA. My question was going to be, I see pink everything. And so pink is my favorite color. I'm not any, group or sorority or anything. I just like pink. So I was going to ask, were the pink skates part of the sorority, the pink lights, pink skates? Nobody else has pink skates. That's a Myesha thing. But like, is it correlated? Is it the same? Or is it, part of the same thing?
Yeah, it's just a representation of my sorority. Skate to represent it, to dedicate that skate to my sorority.
That's what's up. I like that. Okay. Shout out to your sorority. It's Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated. Awesome. And then I saw in your bio that you were part of Center of Attention, which was a skate crew that was brought about by Paris White. Are you guys still doing anything Center of Attention? Are you with any other skate crews or affiliations? Fill us in.
Well, I still communicate with Paris White, check on her, and I actually acknowledged her in the book of Evolution of Skating. As far as the COA, I guess that was actually my like first real group. In a group of different skaters from different cities. So she was
Mhm.
acknowledged. And, I had my course, people that, kind of helped me along the journey. I've mentioned them in the Evolution of Skating book as well.
Awesome. I saw that in your bio. So got to give some shout outs to the people who have inspired you. I'm not going to name, I'm going to let you name them because I saw them in your bio. So I'm going to let you give your roses. So I'm going to let you do that.
Well, I will start off with Calvin. Calvin taught me on how to actually to do a class. And people don't know that I was in his class as far as one of his instructors for 2 years teaching his beginner classes. So I learned about balance on toes, heels. He taught me my first basic spin. From there, I learned from Josh groundwork and showmanship, how to put on a show and how to do ground stuff. With Elon, it was him putting everything together, teaching me some JB stuff, as well as spins, level of difficulty, musicality, just vibing and enjoying music. And that's kind of like pretty much the nutshell of everything. And then also Michelle Culpepper, I have to mention her name because, a lot of people, well, we already know, our city, but I have to give her
Mhm.
love because she's been encouraging. She's always shared words of told me, she said, you know what, Myesha, don't never go with the new school. Oh, you be that glue. You support all different genres from new school, middle school, old school, regardless of the energy that's being presented at hand. She says you have to be able to be that glue to be able to representation of all and represent and support all. So I have to really, because all old school is not negative, all middle school is not negative, all new school is not negative. There are positive people in our Chicago skate culture that empower us, and I have to recognize that energy, and I feel like going forth, and I think my mindset has changed too, because I put my energy on people that are positive and that are doing positive things and that are showing love, to the young people in Chicagoland area. So all the Chicago positive people in Chicago, JV skaters, artistic skaters that are showing love to us to empower us along the journey, I salute you and I thank you, because if it wasn't for you guys, it would be impossible for us to keep moving forward and pushing the culture forward. And today and every day, I salute you guys for that positive energy.
Amen to that. Amen. I like that. Thank you. And I'm glad you said that. And especially both of us being, I guess you could say we're pillars in the Chicago skate community, just in our generation, because there's some in old school, there's some in new school, but I guess we are
Yes,
one of the
absolutely.
many pillars in the community, to acknowledge that there are more than just the negative and the naysayers and all of the bad things. People talk about bad stuff all day, but there are positive people within the skate community, and to just shouting out. There's so many of them, I can't even name them all. Like from Baron to Osiris to it's so many.
Osa,
It's so
yes,
many.
yes. People don't know
It's a
Osiris.
lot
I
of
have to
them.
give him. Can I give him a shout out real quick, because
This is your
Osiris
world. You can do whatever you
helped
want.
me with, with the website. He's gave me wonderful advice along the journey as far as business aspect. He's helped me with my website, Inspired by Favor. We have a great connection, a great relationship, and I have to give him a shout out because this young man is brilliant, positive, and doing great things. I got to give him. I want to give shout out to Baron for stepping up. He's one of my instructors. His shirt, give him a shout out. Stacy, Chanel, Josh, all these young people. And the little boy, he's Isaiah Pickett's little brother. He's a musician. He plays like 6 different instruments as well as DJ. We have some talented people in Chicago. And guess what? I'm going every chance I get. I'm gonna salute you guys, and I'm gonna bring opportunities your way and all positivity. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say out of my lips is positivity.
I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. That is Myesha. You are the sunshine to add to our Sunday. Thank you. Oh my goodness. What about you guys? You guys, any questions you guys have for Myesha? Make sure that you put it in the comments. Anybody got any questions? Everybody just sitting back and everybody just throwing hearts. All the hearts are popping up. Um, let's see. Any other questions? I want to shout out to you guys who are watching: Shay, Ryan, Ari, Danielle, Miss Suzuki on YouTube. So we are on YouTube as well, you guys. So if you got a friend that wants to watch and they're not necessarily on Facebook, they can watch on YouTube. Hey, Brian, Chad, Ice from Philly, Miss Neek. It's a
Hey,
bunch of other
Ice.
people
Hey.
just tuning in and watching on this Sunday. It doesn't look like anybody has any questions, which is not necessarily a bad thing. They're just enjoying it and just dropping hearts. And thank you guys so much for the likes and the love and all of that. So it is our skate night, ma'am. I don't know about you. But I want to mosey on over to Smooth Session of 5 to 9. And DMC has his 9 to 1. So there's plenty of opportunity to skate tonight in Chicago. And shout out to DJ Money Mike. DJ Money Mike is doing Sunday night up in Racine. I'm excited because it's my off night. But I'm excited for him because he's doing Racine, and that's such an awesome opportunity for him. So if you're trying to figure out what to do with your night, it is 5 o'clock. 5:35 actually. 5:35. So you have enough time to figure out if you want to go to the 5 to 9, 9 to 1, or go to the 7-Eleven with DJ Money Mike up his star. You got options. You got choices. Okay. Before we go. Huh?
Yes, Spanky. If you go into what?
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't say Glenwood.
5 9.
Yes.
And then Money Mike for the new school. We got
so many options.
3 sessions going on.
And Glenwood. I apologize. I did not say Glenwood. They're gonna be like, Tone is horrible. She didn't mean. I'm sorry, Glenwood too. Thank you, Myesha. I would have heard about it later, I'm sure. Oh my goodness. Oh snap, we got a question. I really want to know who are people that you admire?
Wow. Well, first person I admire, I would have to say mother. Because she keeps me going. And when I second guess myself, she pours into me because people always want to know who pours into you, and I will have to say my mother does. Encouraging, motivation as far as skating wise, I would have to say I would have to say Elon. And the reason why I would say Elon is that when it comes to business, when it comes to skating, he has kind of like poured into me the most on the floor and off the floor. Mm-hmm. I will also have to say Michelle Culpepper. She has poured into me on the floor and off the floor, far as a woman's standpoint on a spiritual level. And when I look at mentors, I don't look at mentors as far as just with skating. I look at mentors as far as with life. People that pour into you, give you advice about business, as far as just situations in general. When I mention mentors, these people that I have relationships outside of just skating. When I talk about Michelle Culpepper, we went to lunch. She has poured into me as far as spoken to my future, things that I need to do. So those are when I talk about people that's poured into me, I don't consider just somebody teaching you a skate move. They taught you how to skate. When I talk about pouring and mentors, people has been pouring into you for years. People have poured into you every week. You see them. That's what I mean as far as pouring people that I admire, that I see every week. So I would say the most people that, as far as on skate level, I would say Elon and Michelle. I have to mention Derek Lewis and also Dwayne Hibbler, because those two people is the first people I saw do the JV style. And I was 12 years old. I was watching their feet at Rink Chicago. So that's where the journey all began. A lot of people don't know. Me watching them trying to imitate their feet. It didn't start with Josh. It didn't start with It didn't start with none of those people. It started with Dwayne Hibbler and Derek Lewis, DJ Smooth. Those are the people that I've looked up to when I watched their feet. A lot of people think that I started with them. I didn't start with them. I continue with them. I continue the journey with skating with them, but I didn't start with them. My foundation started with these two people who I watched. I've been skating for 28 years. I didn't just come on. I just started skating nationally in 2012. You know, I skated majority at the rink Chicago. I really didn't go to Glenwood. I really didn't go to Rich City. My home rink was rink Chicago. So if you skated at all the other rinks, you probably never would have saw me. Then I went to college. That's another gap. You know, I went away to school for 4 years, Russ College. I skated when I came home from school, and that's kind of how the journey began. And I continued in 2012. So if anybody wanted to know the evolution of Myesha, that's kind of how it began.
That's what's up. Thank
you
you.
Hear it from the source's mouth. I'd rather for you to hear from the source's mouth than hear for somebody to give you information that's not accurate. Because what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you the truth. The people that actually paid and poured into me.
Yes, that's what's up. Great question, Ice. And this is your platform. Anything that you want to clear up or that you want to come straight from you that you want us to know, it is all about you. It is Myesha Day. Whatever you want us to know, whatever you want to say, broadcast, whatever, it's your world. And thank you for sharing that with us. Because even I didn't know, your journey about skating until I read your bio and, speaking to you and getting to know you. So this is education for me. So when I see you again, it's like, we can have a deeper conversation than, how are you? Okay, bye-bye. I'm sorry, it's a lot. I keep thinking I'm interrupting you, and I'm like, okay, okay. It's my internet connection. I apologize. I don't see any other questions. You guys, give me all the opportunity before we go through. Let's see. He got another good question. What do you think will happen with the art in 5 years?
I think it's going to continue to evolve. It's just the fact that, the pillars from different cities, they have to continue to push it forward. I feel like if they don't continue to push it forward, then the culture will die, the style will die. But it's very important that the people who, whatever style it is, and even if it's not, whatever the situation is, it's very important that the pillars of that city continue to skate because the next generation needs to see it. If you want to see whatever that purest form is or whatever that is, if the pillars don't skate, the children, the generations that come up after, they're not going to know what that is. So whatever image that you want to see, the pillars have to skate or pass it down to people who knows whatever that it is for it to evolve and continue to go from generation to generation.
I agree. The new schoolers in Chicago, they got a different style. The JB style is different with the new school. It's evolving. It's always evolving. And someone else sent me a comment. You think that skating will? I don't think it'll die. It's gonna evolve like it did when we were new. When we were the new skaters, and the school out there, and they would complain about us being away and being all over the place. It will continue to evolve, and eventually, we gonna be the old school, and then there'll be the new school will be in the middle, and then there'll be a new school behind them. It will continue to evolve. We just got to keep going and keep skating. I agree. Keep paying it forward. I'm excited to see where skating in 5 years.
I want to say Chicagoland area skaters, just have fun and, be positive to these new younger skaters that's coming up. You don't have to be confrontational or put them down to get your point across. You can mentor them, roll up on them, say, you know what, I like the way you're doing it, but let me give you another way on how to do it. It's a way to do everything. You don't have to be rude or disrespectful. I just think that the energy of Chicago, we have to change. If we want to see change, we have to be that change that we want to see. You can't expect for change to happen if you're not stepping to the plate to do it. And the people that stepping up to the plate, you can't criticize it if you're not doing nothing about it. So we have to be able to step up. If you want to bring change or you making complaints, you need to put those feet to the pedal and take off and be that change you want to see Chicagoland area, the JB culture to grow and to develop. You got to step up to the plate. We waiting.
Boom. I agree. Solo agrees too. Boom. What you just said in a nutshell. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions for Myesha before we go? Let me give you guys her information again. It is going to be her Instagram, Inspired by Favor. On let's see, there's another comment. I'm gonna get in a second. Her lessons are from 3:30 to 5 at Glenwood, and don't forget to get the book, Amazon bestseller, Evolution of Skating, right there. And the solo says, "Speak up for those in the back." Okay. Hey, Solo. So I think that is it, Miss Myesha. I'm ready to skate. I need some tacos. I don't know about you, but there's a taco somewhere with my name on it before I hit this rink. How about you? What's that? What session could we possibly catch you at tonight if you're skating?
I wish I could, but I'm getting ready to run for the board of directors for Line Townhouse. So one of the
Mhm.
administration, I have to meet with them. So if I get a chance, I'm going to get on the wheels. But I have to, do another meeting after
Business
this.
part. Okay. Okay. I love a good businesswoman. I like just keep doing what you're doing. You inspire me, and to hear that you do so much and you're busy and you have your LLC, you're running for board of directors of London Town, Chicago Park. You got two jobs, ma'am. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm watching. I am inspired. That's all
And
I'll
I thank
say.
you for the opportunity. I thank you for using your platform to bring on skaters like this. We appreciate you. Nobody told you today. We appreciate you, and we thank you for this opportunity for bringing self awareness to us, to what we have going on. We thank you.
Thank you. Yes, flowers. Flowers. We so appreciate you. Thank you guys. Hey, my show is nothing without people like Myesha and bringing her on here and getting to know her. Otherwise, I'll be on here talking to myself. So thank you, Myesha. Thank you for coming on and just sharing with us and giving us the opportunity to get to know the woman behind the skates and the woman behind the business. That's important.
No
So
worries.
we're about to go ahead
Also,
and
let
call
me
it
say
a night. Go ahead.
to Amara Palmer. She's the
Uh-huh.
author of Evolution of Skating. We have one of the
Mhm.
authors that's on live right now. That is, so shout out to all the 24 wonderful skaters that was featured in the book, telling their story. You can get that book on Amazon as well as Skate Connect. So get a chance, get the book. An awesome book. It was the number one best selling on Amazon. And hey, take off. It's all about us for us.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hey, shout out to Camila. Hey, commenting from YouTube. Miss seeing you skate. Hey, Miss Myesha. Shout out to you. And yes, we do. I agree, Ice. All right. We're about to end this broadcast, you guys. This broadcast is brought to you by Ajax Below, all women DJs in Atlanta. Okay, so this is April 16th through the 18th. This is Ajax 9, their ninth one, and the women are taking over for the 99 2000. So excited I get to be a part of that event. So if you're looking for something to do, somewhere to go that weekend in Atlanta, make sure that you hop on down there. All women DJ. I think it's from like Thursday to Sunday. Can't miss it. Oh my goodness. I think there was one more question for you before we go. One more question. Shout out to Tiffany in San Antonio. That one is in May. So we got some information coming up for Tiffany's skate party in San Antonio, Texas soon. So I'll give you guys the scoop on that one. Stay tuned. And Camila had a question. What brand skates do you recommend? Oh, can't hear me? Uh-oh. Um, let's
Okay, can
see.
you hear me?
Yes, there you are. Okay,
Can you
Camila
hear
had
me?
a question for you. Yep, I can hear you. Uh-oh, I think we have some technical difficulties here. So I saw her screen went black for a second, but Camila in LA, thank you for joining us. And we appreciate having you on. I think something going on with her camera, but we are going to work that out. And hopefully she'll be able to. There you are. She'll be able to answer your question. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. One last question before we go. Camila wants to know, what brand skates do you recommend?
What type of skates? I would have to go with that's kind of hard because it depends on what style you skate to recommend that skate. But what I will say is that for me, I different types of skates and see what best skate that fits me. And I think that I kind of go back and forth with is a ride skate and a high. But my advice to you is just to try different brands and see what works for you, because what works for you might not maybe work for me. So I don't want to give you advice and it's like kind of like okay, it's offset. So my advice to you is to try different types of skates and see what works for you. I would probably start off maybe with a Rydell, because it's kind of like more of a foundation fundamental to start with. But start with that.
Mhm. I agree. I agree. No solo. The squirrels are not eating the lions. This is Wi-Fi. He said, "Tell Comcast to bring the duct tape." Duct tape. You are funny, sir. Oh my goodness. Okay, we about to call it a day, y'all, because we're approaching an hour. I told her I was gonna take 30 minutes of her time. We are at 55 minutes. Yes, go with Rydell. Go with Rydell. Some people like EDS, different skates. Yeah, do what works for you. I agree with that one. I agree. All right, y'all. We about to go. Thank you again, Myesha, so much. Thank you for coming on and just
You're
sharing with
welcome. You're
us and
welcome.
sharing your story and your journey and giving us the opportunity to get to know you better. Amazing.
I appreciate it.
All right, y'all have a good day. Make sure you what they say, like and subscribe. Follow my channel on YouTube. Subscribe. I'll have more videos coming up soon. I know I left y'all in the lurch for like 6 years. I got more content coming, I promise. So if you're not following me on YouTube and you're on Facebook, go to YouTube and subscribe. And if you're on YouTube and you're on Facebook, go to Facebook and follow. Um, and the same thing, make sure that you follow Myesha on Instagram. I'm saying Instagram and Myesha at the same time. Anyway, make follow Myesha on Instagram. That's how I know it's time for me to go eat. So I'm about to go do just that. Y'all have a good night. See y'all later. Bye.